Yo, what is up, Kings? Let's dive right into it. I want to talk about Ashley St. Clair. I'm sure there's been a lot of you guys who have seen this. There's been a few right-wing red pill creators that have done X spaces or various other forms of content on this subject matter. So let me just tell you guys right off the bat and give you guys like a brief summary in case you guys are not aware. So number one, this does not surprise me, okay? You guys know I've said time and time again, no e-girls. Never e-girls. No e-girls, okay? It's that simple. These girls are never going to fuck you. They're never going to pay attention to you. And furthermore, if you are truly a conservative traditional male, it is not proper, it is not right for a woman to be in this position over you. And, let's just be honest. A lot of these women, either covertly or out in the open, know the attention that they get from men. Not only that, but they enjoy the attention that they get from men. That is very much somewhat of a natural feminine thing. It's other women that have to warn their fellow women about this natural nature of theirs, and to be smart about it, and to not be manipulative about it, and co-opting about it, and adversarial about it, or predatory about it. Okay, that is the role of women, is to talk with other women and give them some of these insights. But again, I've told you guys, stop watching these women, these e-girls content. Okay, there's very few women that, and even still, okay, but just to try and be charitable, there's maybe a handful of women that I would say that might be occasionally, every now and again, okay to listen to for brief periods of time. That would maybe be Andrew Wilson's wife, Rachel Wilson, maybe Pearl Davis on certain things, and maybe Candace Owens again on certain things. Maybe Michelle Mulkin. So, but even still, I would advise against it. Most of these young women, 99.999% of them, are only in the space because of their looks, and because boomer men are no longer having intimate relations with their wife, sadly. And maybe that's not 100% of the time, but I guarantee it's often. And these women know that. They like the attention, they like the money they get from it, and they infiltrate and slide into this space to try and take advantage of that. I'm sorry, guys, I got waters flying around here. No e-girls. So Ashley St. Clair is a member of the tribe. She came to prominence, I think, in Colorado. There was some stuff that was going on in the state of Colorado, Denver, that she went and protested. Sorry, guys, I'm recovering from being sick. There was some stuff there. She was early Trump, early content creation stuff. She also had some notoriety from her interactions with Nick Fuentes and things like that. And the long and the short of it is, recently, and this is apparently something that a lot of people have known about for a while, who are in the know and actually in these spaces, but she came out and said that she didn't want any attention, that she was going to be shutting it down, no further attention, but that she the father of her child was in fact fucking Elon Musk. Guys, that is insane. It is absolutely insane. And it is so classic. It doesn't get any more classic than that. It doesn't. And it's funny because now there's all these people who are posting like previous comments of her where she says things to the effect of, I would never use my sexuality to gain a position of prominence or to benefit me or to go in my favor. I would never do that. I would never suck a dick like Kamala Harris did in order to gain political passage into the system. I would never do that. Bitch, please. This is the main thing, the main point that I want to make to you guys is very simple. And this point is pointed out on F&F all the time by Myron Gaines. I think in the West, just in general, we have, especially when it comes to women, we have this massive idea that we are so different, that we are all these unique individuals that from one person to another are just vastly different. And women have this very same notion, and I'm actually going to do another video on this topic right here, but women will commonly say, when asked, what do you bring to the table, because they demand such outrageous performative index measures from men, when they are asked, what do you bring to the table, 9 times out of 10 they say, me. I just bring me. And they think that they are this unique, different creature that just because they proclaim it to be, they deserve X amount of money or a certain caliber man. Now that's a different video, but the point that I'm making is you have a culture where people think they are so much different. And men, really, a lot of beta men fall into the trap of believing in these unicorns that present themselves and saying, oh, wow, she is different. She's a traditional woman. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't fuck 3 guys, and she wouldn't get game. She wouldn't get with this guy just for the money. She doesn't care about materialistic things. She's a traditional woman. Her number one love is God. Guys, I wish it was true. I'm an Orthodox Christian. I wish it was true. And just to be ultra charitable, I'm sure in some cases it is somewhat true. But more often than not, these women are far more similar than you want to believe. They are far more similar than they want to believe. And I got to tell you guys the truth also, like, as somebody who switched from Protestantism to Orthodoxy, there are some differences in the women that I see as far as like their willingness to have a family, a nuclear family, have a lot of kids, and maybe dress modestly. So there are differences, but it's not like this worlds apart difference that you would hope and imagine it is. At the end of the day, guys, all of these women, including you and me, and the men that have grown up in the West, have grown up under this delusion of feminism. That is your bias. That is the system that you have been brought up in. And so these women, when they come forward and are actually living their day-to-day, it's usually more akin to a feminist ideal than it is to the actual traditional ideal that they maybe verbalize and purport. And furthermore, it goes even deeper than that. It's their natural feminine inclination that gets the best of them. What used to hold women in check was not women. It was men. It was the patriarch. So to expect women to be able to hold themselves down and make the correct decisions themselves and not be hypocritical or not do certain things, it's just not going to happen. It is very rare. Unless they have that father figure or somebody male influence in their life that really holds a lot of sway. And even still, it's damn near impossible. So these women are not as different as you think. They're not as different as they say that they are. So, on a certain level, I'm like, this isn't surprising to me. And it shouldn't be surprising to you. I know the red pill about this stuff, and you should know it too. It's not surprising that somebody like fucking Ashley St. Clair would rather be a discarded fucking wipe to Elon Musk than to be with, hell, even an above average man and have most of him to herself. As the saying goes, women, a lot of women would rather share a top tier man than to be the one and only of an average man. So this is not surprising, guys. And and on a certain level, you can't even really begrudge it. What I begrudge is the lies that these women are allowed to have on these social media platforms and this falsehood that they display. That is what I begrudge. The actual thing in and of itself, yes, having a child out of wedlock is not good. She purports to be a traditional woman. Of course she's not. I guarantee all these tradcon girls, they're all having sex out of wedlock. They're all sleeping around. I'm telling you that that's the case. Okay? Have you seen some of the photos that they take? And then the worst part is you have these boomer men that when these tradcon women don't do tradcon things, they're able to lie to themselves and convince themselves that it's not a big deal. So anyways, guys, I got to get going to the gym here. But this is why you should not be following their shit. Because they don't have any ground to stand on. The life that they're purporting to you most of the time is so you buy into the falsehood and the lie that they are this traditional woman when they're not. They're not. And so you think to yourself, oh, they're so different. They're so much different than the rest. They're so much different than these bimbo slurs that I know, that I see on Instagram. They're so much different. They're not, guys. They're not. Okay? They're the exact same resource-hungry, materialistic hungry slurs as these fucking OF girls. Most of the time they are. It's sad, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true. You know? I mean, what more? And it's not just her. I mean, I see this girl, Ada Luch, that does the same thing. She fucking simps over Elon Musk on Twitter. I mean, it's just... It's not surprising, guys. Wake up. This is the reality of the situation, okay? What they are purporting themselves to be and what they really are two different things. And to find a legitimately traditional woman is way more difficult than even you think it is. Way more difficult. And I'll tell you right now, if she was truly a traditional woman, she would not be online. She wouldn't be. At the most, she would be married and have the blessing of her husband to make certain content, but even still, probably not. Probably not. All right, guys, if I have any more to say about this, I'll do a part 2. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment. You guys know the drill. And last but not least, DBAP, don't be a pussy willow. And facts are feelings because your feelings just don't matter. I love you, King. See you guys next time. Christ is King. Stay safe. See you guys next time, boys. Peace.